Hi, my name is Eddie Freeman. I want to thank you for taking the time to review this information. You probably got a phone call from a friend, a relative, a business associate, asking you to take a look at what they felt was the best business opportunity they'd ever seen. You're not going to be sorry. As you sit with an open mind for the next 12 minutes and just watch as we put the pieces of this puzzle together, I am convinced you will clearly see that this company is giving us the best opportunity we're ever going to have to create wealth and health, the time freedom to enjoy them, and I think what you're going to appreciate the most is everything is based on sound business principles, logic, and common sense. Ray Kroc, founder of McDonald's, said that one of the keys to success is to find an idea before the whole world knows about it and then proceed to tell the whole world. Right now, whatever country you're in, less than 1/10 of 1% of the people have ever even heard of us. You are here first. Now, Peter Drucker, in his book Innovation and Entrepreneurship, what he said was one of the keys to success is convergence. That when you have 3 or more trends that converge that weren't there before, it can create fortunes for the people that recognize it and the people that are ready to take action. So today, I'm going to talk to you about 5 key components. They weren't even here 3 months ago. Today, they're converging and already beginning to create fortunes for the people that have recognized it and people that are taking action. Today, I'm going to talk to you briefly about a company, some products, the trends and markets behind those products, timing, and money. Well, the first thing I want to talk to you about is the company. The name of our company is XFuse, and we're located in West Palm Beach, Florida. When I am assessing any business opportunity, but in particular a home-based networking company, the first thing I want to look at is who are the people running the company. That's one of the first things that got me excited, because what I saw was 3 key individuals with over 70 years experience in this industry, both in the corporate side and the distributor side. Our founder, his name is Rick Cotton. Now, he spent over 20 years in this industry. He spent 10 years in the mission industry. Because of that, a portion of every product that is purchased from our company goes to feed, clothe, and educate children around the world through our Viva Kids program. Well, I'm very excited about the president of our company, and why is that? Because he's already worked with Fortune 500 companies. Don Cotton was an enterprise architect with Microsoft, CIO of GMAC, while our executive vice president, he's an icon in this industry. Paul Morris has spent over 40 years in this industry. He's developed organizations of hundreds of thousands of distributors. 5 years ago, he was retired. Well, one night he bumped into our founder, Rick Cotton. When Rick described the product he had created, and then Paul tasted it, Paul knew right then and there, this is going to be the next big one, the next billion-dollar company in this industry. Paul's belief level is so strong, he did not come out of retirement simply to become a general manager. No. He put his money where his mouth was. His belief level was so strong, he invested in the company. Today, he's a part owner. So the next logical question is, do we have the financial wherewithal to become a billion-dollar company? Well, we are obviously a well-financed company, and this is best evidenced by the fact that even though we're a young company, we're already opened up in the United States, Canada, Japan, Hong Kong, Malaysia, Taiwan, Thailand, Australia. I am convinced that we've got the right company, but the next thing you're going to need are the right types of products. So what type of products do you need? Well, first and foremost, you need to have a product that's consumable. And why is that? Well, let's say your product was water filters, and you found 5 people this month to buy a water filter. What do they need next month? They don't need another water filter. But if you've got a product that's consumable and it's good, and we're going to talk about that in a couple of minutes, people purchase them month after month, which for you creates residual income. The next thing you need are products that are visual, that people can see work. I have been working out in the same gym in Boston, Massachusetts for 30 years, and people that I've trained with for decades are looking at me today and saying, oh my gosh, Eddie, you've got more energy than you've ever had. You're physically the strongest you've ever been. What are you doing different? It does not take a salesman for me to say to them that the only thing that has changed in my life is a couple of products, and you can only get them from one company in the world. Next, you need products that are in great demand. And we're going to talk about the demand for our product. Right now, there isn't a person living that couldn't have a positive result if they were to use our product on a daily basis. And then finally, you need products that are unique. This is where our story gets real good. What we did before we opened this company is we did our due diligence. And here's what we found. From 1997 till today, Although hundreds, thousands of companies have opened up in this industry, only 3 have made it to the top, grossing between $700 million and $1 billion a year in sales. The people that got involved early in those companies created fortunes. All 3 of those companies only had one thing in common. They sold a liquid nutritional supplement with one superfood. So what we did is we went out and created the next generation of these liquid nutritional supplements. The first company in the world to combine 7 into one product. And then, in a stroke of what I felt was pure genius by the company, instead of using concentrates, which is what everybody else uses, we only use extracts. We have got the only liquid nutritional supplement on the planet that comes from these 7 superfoods, that comes from extracts with a combination of no added sugar, no artificial sweeteners, and no sodium benzoate as a preservative. And if you think philosophically of what we've done, in the 1950s, when people took vitamins, they took single entity vitamins, vitamin A, C, and E. Then somebody got the idea, hey, let's combine them all into a multiple vitamin. So what are the top selling vitamins today? Multiple vitamins. We have done the same thing and created the first multiple botanical. W. Clement Stone, famous billionaire, said, when you can take a product that people need and use, and you can make that product better, which we've done, and charge less, which we're doing, you are guaranteed success. That's just what we've got. We've got the right company, we've got the right products. What about the trends and markets for those products? What you're looking at now is a book by Paul Zane Pilzer. This man has been the most accurate economic forecaster for the last 25 years. And what he said is the wellness industry will be the next trillion-dollar industry. And the reason for that? Baby boomers, those 76 million people born between the years 1946 and 1964. Now, many books have been written on the baby boomers. The best I've read is called Age Power, and it's written by Dr. Kenneth Dykewald. In this book, he goes through the migration of the baby boomers, and he goes from Gerber baby food to Macintosh computers to compact discs. He said whoever is in front of the boomers with the right products have been huge economic winners. Now let's couple that with something else that's never before happened in history. I'm going to talk to you now about a convergence within a convergence. And here's what I mean by that. If we were to go back in time to 1965, in that year, the youngest baby boomer is 1. The oldest baby boomer is 19. If you get in front of the 1-year-olds with the right products, you're going to make money. Get in front of the 19-year-olds with the right products, you're going to make money. But are their buying habits the same? No. 10 years go by. The youngest baby boomer is now 11. The oldest is now 29. Get in front of the 11-year-olds with the right products, you make money. Get in front of the 29-year-olds with the right products, you make money. Are their buying habits the same? No. What about today? Today, the youngest boomers are in their 40s. The oldest boomers are in their 60s. We've all got the same needs and desires. What do you think is going to happen when those 76 million people that have always been at the opposite ends of the buying spectrum, for the first time in history, they converge as one? And according to all of the leading demographers, the number one concern of the baby boomers today is to fight the aging process by staying healthy. Many people already feel we've got the best products in the market to address that concern. So here it is. We got the right company, the right products, a huge and growing marketplace for those products. What's next? Timing. The first thing I want to talk to you about is the timing in the economy. Now, please, please, don't tell me you've got job security. Because every time someone says that to me, it seems like 6 weeks later, they're out looking for work. Okay? If the economy was so good, why do we keep seeing magazine covers, working and poor, 50 and fired, out of work in America? If we were to go back in time to 2008, towards the end, the jobless rate was the highest it had been in 5 years at 6.1%. Well, we were appalled, but then only 2 months later, the unemployment rate surged to 8.1%. That represented the highest number it had been in 25 years. Where do you think unemployment is today? It's hovering at around 10%. And what does that relate to? According to the United States Department of Labor, right now 14 million people are collecting unemployment benefits. Another 4 million people no longer qualify. That's 18 million people who desperately need this opportunity. Now couple that with the fact that there's another 9 million people who are working part-time, that want to be able to work full-time. That's 27 million people that desperately need this. Well, what about the timing in your area? Folks, I don't care what country you are watching this from, you need to understand right now that less than 1/10 of 1% of your population has ever heard about us. For the first time, you are here first. What about the timing within the company itself? Now, what I'm going to show you now is something that is taught in many business schools around the country. There can only be 4 stages to a company's growth. The company will begin on the lower left-hand side of the graph with formulation. You're formulating your ideas. Sales are low. This is when most companies will go out of business. Now, hopefully, if you stick around a while, you'll go into the second stage, and that's called concentration. Sales start to go up a bit. You start to make a little money. Most companies never get past concentration. But if you can ever hit the next stage, all bets are off. The next stage is when you reach critical mass. And that happens when your company reaches $4 million a month. Your product goes from being something totally obscure to a product that's on the tips of people's tongues. And when you reach critical mass, you're then going to go into that third stage called momentum. Sales will shoot up like an absolute rocket ship for the next 3 to 5 years before that fourth stage, stability, will then set in for the lifetime of the company. Obviously, you don't want to get involved during stability. The big money's been made. During formulation, it's too risky. Your company could go out of business. So where are we right now? We are approximately 12 to 18 months in front of momentum. Here it is. We've got the right company, the right products, a huge and growing marketplace for those products, a timing story no one can argue with. What's next? How do we make money? So now you're probably wondering, well, what's in it for me? What we've done as far as a compensation plan goes is create a real 21st century compensation plan that allows you to make very quick upfront money. I've seen people make over $2,000 in their very first week. Now, on the residual side, on the back end, you need to get together with your prosperity coach, the person that told you about this, and when you can get your arms around what it means to be paid 7 generations deep of matching bonus, I promise you may not be able to sleep tonight. So here it is. We've got the right company. We've got the right products, a huge and growing marketplace for those products, a timing story nobody can argue with, best compensation plan ever. What could be next? Training and support. As far as training goes, we're going to give you that blueprint for success. We have got a system that is simple, easy, and can be duplicated by anyone in minutes. Now, as far as support goes, you're in business for yourself, but you will never be by yourself. You will have your own personal prosperity coach and other prosperity coaches to help you, myself included. Folks, I'm going to tell you something right now. Ray Kroc says that one of the final pieces for success is you need to be lucky enough to be in the right place at the right time. And then you need to be wise enough to recognize you're in the right place at the right time and then take massive action. I know with this company, you're in the right place at the right time. The question for you is, are you ready to take massive action? See, I am convinced that there is nothing you can do over the next 2 years that has the ability to pay you for the next 20 years like active, aggressive participation in this company. Victor Hugo said, there is nothing more powerful than an idea whose time has come. I'm here to tell you, X-Fuse's time has come. What you need to do now is get back to the person who told you about us, get your questions answered, and get started today. My name is Eddie Freeman, and I hope I get a chance to meet and work with you very soon. Come join us.
Well, thank you very much, Eddie, and congratulations to you for following the steps, for being somebody that is coachable and somebody that we can work with. What are the next steps? Well, we want to create a roadmap for your success, for your family's success, and for the people around you. And in order to do that, we'd have to know what your goals are. So what are your prosperity goals? That's the next step in the process. And after that, we want you to get with your prosperity coach and reserve a seat on one of our exclusive briefings. And let's find a place for you on our team. God bless you, and remember, live with purpose.